Okay, here is a little demo video for the first prototype of the bear bin. I have this set up here with a tablet and my laptop. Um, Currently, the laptop is connected to Nordic's Power Profiler Kit, which measures the amount of current that the chip and the magnetic switch are using. So, this is a development kit that I've built up for the NRF54, which is the third microcontroller family that I have attempted to make a bear bin based around, but this is the first one that has been a realistic success. Basically, what's going on here is this NRF54 is sending out a Bluetooth packet every X amount of time. Currently, it's set at 1 second just for prototyping, which has the information encoded on how many times the bin door has been opened. Now, on the graph, the plot of the current usage, we can see every single time that the current spikes, it's sending out a Bluetooth packet. And we can see on the tablet, the receiver board is sending that data through serial over to the tablet and printing it out. And that includes a timestamp of when it was received, the RSSI, as well as the bin ID, and how many times that bin has been opened. And so how this works is the bin doesn't actually know what time it is, and it doesn't reset every week. It just has a perpetual counter of how many times it's been opened ever. And since it has a unique ID to that bin specifically, and the truck has a database of all of the statistics of each bin on its route from the last week, it can then deduce if it needs picking up because the count will have either increased or decreased since the last week. So basically, even transmitting every single second, it's still only using an average of 48 to 49 microamps. So even transmitting so often, this device would still last over a year and a half on a coin cell battery. Now in the field, it'll be reduced down to 15 seconds or 30 seconds, whatever works best in practicality once I start field testing. And that will cut power savings down to a real world tested value of 6 to 9 microamps, which extends the battery life to up to 15 years. Now, I have picked a specific type of lithium-based battery, which is good in temperature conditions down to negative 40 Celsius and positive 85 Celsius. So temperature will never be an issue, and the self-discharge is less than 0.1% every year. So environmental effects have almost no difference to the battery. And some of these bin devices will be guaranteed to last up to 15 years on a coin cell battery. Now, that's just saying some of them will last that long. Maybe the magnet gets degraded in a couple of them over time if the shielding gets damaged in some sort of way and humidity starts leaking in. Now, I will take measures to prevent that, such as epoxy and polyurethane protective coatings over the important bits. But the real world value will be at least 10 years of functionality per device. Now, I'll show you a little demo. Under this tape, I have a magnetic switch. They look like this. This is the through-hole version. There's also a surface mount version available. It's the DRV 5032FB is the model number for this magnetic switch. And so this magnet is just a ring magnet. It can bolt onto anything. However, I decide to mount it to the bin either with a Z bracket or mounted in parallel to the magnetic switch between the door and the frame. Now, we're getting a packet every single second from the receiver, and this value right here, we can see that the boots is equal to 9. So if I were to pretend to open the door and take this magnet off, right, say 5 seconds or whatever, doesn't really matter, put it back on, and then we check out the packets that it's receiving, now it recognizes that it's been booted up 10 times, which is equal to how many times the door is open. So say 1 more time, 2 more times, now we should expect to see 12 boots, right? Well, boom, 12 boots. And that is a 4-bit integer, so it can count to like 60 million or something. Basically, there's no limit on the perpetuality of that counting, and it's stored in non-volatile memory, so there won't be any scenarios where that number will ever have to reset unless the battery is replaced. But since the battery will be soldered in place, it won't ever get replaced. It's just going to last so ridiculously long, right? Now, I have a custom board that I've designed in Altium. I'm currently waiting on a piece of equipment called a VNA, which is a network analyzer. And basically, here's an example on the development kit. That little UFL port right there for connecting an antenna, it actually isn't part of the antenna circuit, but in development, it's used for impedance matching the Pi network, which you can see right next to that, the resistors and capacitors right there. It's used for matching the Pi network to the 50 ohm antenna so that they both resonate at the same frequency, 2.4 gigahertz, right, for Bluetooth. So I'm waiting on that piece of equipment, and then I have custom boards designed that will be coming in, which is basically just a smaller version of this without headers. It's just going to be a battery, the linear regulator, and the board, as well as a debug port. Now, this development kit actually does have a debug chip built into it. However, I have a Tag Connect port available on the custom board, which will allow me to use one single debugger module for every single unit produced. And currently the bill of materials per bare bin is running at about $8, including board and components, magnet and casing. That's for approximately 2,000 units. So cost-wise, it's looking really good. And power efficiency is looking amazing. So yeah, that's about all I have to show you for the first bare bin prototype. It's going very well, and I'm looking to make some really, really big strides very soon.